Hey traders, back to another just lesson here. So this video, I would like to talk about a real life example of how this trader actually made 700 over $1,000 in profits, and I believe, again, from my understanding, he did not make any withdrawal, and he lost everything, everything. And he's still currently in $60,000 debt. And when y'all listen to all these non-fiction story, I only share, bear in mind, in my channel is only real trading, real story, real lesson. I don't ever share any stories that are fabricated, because to me, if they are not real, if they are fiction, I don't find any value in them. That's why if you look at my trading, I've always been very transparent. I show my losses, I show my win as well. So back to it. So this trader has been following my channel for a very long time. For some time, he's been studying all majority of my videos, and he's been inspired a lot. Although he has a slightly different trading style, but guess what? You see, this is a screenshot that I just captured. I think it was, let me check. This is Instagram. If you look at the layout of the conversation, it's the Instagram. And I don't want any of you to listen to this and have the stupid thinking of, why are you exposing privacy? I'm not exposing privacy. If I don't share all these real lessons to all of you, you all won't be able to learn even faster as well. To me, this is a great lesson to him, and he is currently already inside our trade club, and it is now my job, it is now my responsibility to ensure he trades well. So he talked to me on sorry, let me check the date. So it was on 2nd of May. So this conversation was on 2nd of May. He said something's wrong with his broker, so he's trying to send his statement to withdraw the money, whatever. So he said, I watched your video a few months back and I was not profitable. You inspired me that it's possible to earn 5-6 figures in a day, and now I have $340,000 profit in a month. Do you think I can still benefit from your trade club? So what happened was, he was trying to join our trade club. He was asking questions, and because he went from being unprofitable to right now, suddenly he made 340k profits in a month. He felt confident, and and it's not his problem. If it was any of you, if you make $340,000 in a month, that's a lot of money. That's more money than a doctor's yearly salary, a lawyer's yearly salary perhaps. But the main issue was this. When he told me that, do you think I can still benefit from your trade club? That sentence just made me stunned for a second, for a minute probably. Because you see, to me personally, any person that I've learned something from his video, from his channel or whatever, or from just a simple conversation, to me, I respect them. Because again, if I've learned something from you, you're considered my mentor, right? Not an actual mentor, but you are part of my growth, you're part of my journey. So when he said something like, do you think I can still benefit from a trade club? The first thing that came to my mind was, this is dangerous. I don't blame him for being overly confident, because any person making that kind of figures in a month, they'll start feeling bloated. They'll start feeling they're above anyone else. And it's not his problem. It's human ego, it's psychology. So I trade differently from your trading style, but I also add aggressively to my winning trade. Bear in mind, I only add aggressively to my winning trades if they fit my A+ filtering process. And even if I scale in, if I size in heavily, I still stick to my risk per trade system. So if my risk per trade is 1%, or normally nowadays I risk about $10,000 to $25,000 a trade. If I scale in, I don't care 5 times, 10 times, this trade, if it goes against me, cannot lose more than the initial figure. And that's why you've been seeing me growing consistently, because I have a very strict risk management plan. I can still learn from you and your mental game plan, and I really respect that. But I honestly tell you, any of you, if you watch my video and if you learn something from my video, it definitely shows that in terms of knowledge, in terms of experience, I'm slightly above you. I'm not here showing ego. I'm not here showing arrogance, but I've been through a lot as well. And there are definitely a lot of traders who are still above me, and I give them full respect. But to be honest, once mentor, forever a mentor. I've had people who I used to admire a lot, and right now, even if I make more money than them or whatever, I still show them the max respect. Do you know why? Because without them, I wouldn't be where I am right now. Every single person that participates in my life journey, in my life challenges, whether if they are my haters, whether if they are someone who used to harm me or whatever, I respect them. Do you know why? Without them, I wouldn't be where I am right now. And that's maturity to me. But you see, there's a big difference between you really deserve having that 6 figures month versus you probably got lucky and make it. How do you know? Someone who deserves to be making that kind of figure, they will be able to keep it. And making money in the market is not difficult. Keeping money is the most difficult thing. Like this example, he can be making $700,000 a month, and he still eventually lost all of them. So right now, we have to sit down and question, did he make the 700K by luck or through real skill? Okay. So right now, let's go through the second image. So this trader is now inside my trade club, and through this video, I won't just talk about it. I won't just share his story. I'll also talk about if I were to be in his situation, what would I do right now? What's the action plan? So today he told me, I hate myself. I keep saying that I will change and trade less. I do it again. I'm so down. Bear in mind, this is only 10 days gap. He told me he made $700,000 10 days ago. Sorry, was it 10 days ago? Sorry, let me check. Oh no, sorry, about in 2nd of May. So it was about a month ago. Sorry, not 10 days, a month ago. And 10 days later, he sent me a message saying that he lost everything. So on 2nd of May, he made 700K. He was feeling confident. On 12th of May, he lost everything. And this is the most recent message that he sent me. I'm so down. I'm beaten up. My motivation is dwindling. I feel like I'm such a loser. I really don't want to complain, but I had it all. I fucked it up all, sorry. And I'm in $60,000 debt while I had $700,000 profit. So go back to this key point. Every trader, as much as me personally, I always emphasize on the importance of compounding, the power of compounding, and the importance of living below your mean. But again, compounding does not mean that you keep all of your profits inside. Trading is like any other business. As much as we want to allow the business to grow, we also need to take a part of that to reward ourselves. Why? Because we need to plan for the worst case scenario. You cannot have everything in one basket. And again, I'm not trying to say don't go all in trading. What I'm trying to say is when you make money from trading, part of it has to be withdrawn. Like for me, I have a big thumb rule. Every time I make whatever amount, 30% of that, it has to go to my bank account or it has to go to somewhere else. Whether if it's parked in asset or in anywhere else, it has to be withdrawn. Why? Because I know things can go wrong. If you have all your life fortune inside this one broker, what if this broker goes down? Are you going to sink in with the broker together as well? Are you going to sue them? You don't even have money to sue them. You don't even have anything else anymore. And in this case, he made $700,000 and he was in $60,000 debt. What was the right action? It was to clear his debt. And if you all go back to my previous video, forgot which one was it, I talked about one of my traders also. Again, he was in, I think, $60,000 debt or $80,000 debt, and he finally got funded. He traded the right way. He did the right thing. He managed to make over $1,000 a month. And guess what? He paid off all of his debt and he still have extra money. The first thing that I told him to do after he made money was withdraw the payouts, pay back them. Because you know why? Owing people money, it is your utmost responsibility to pay them back. Because everyone else earn their money is their hard-earned money. What makes us think that we can take someone else's money and we don't repay them? And that's why I say the right thing to do for him at that time was actually to return a $60,000 debt and $700,000 profits, probably withdraw half of the amount, goes into his savings, goes into someone else really safe, very secured. Then the remaining maybe 300K, you keep it inside your account. Right? I will never be able to do that again. I feel so sad and lost. Sorry for complaining, I'm so depressed. Not sure why I'm telling you this story. I really respect when people are being very transparent with me. And that's also why every time when I see real stories like this, I would not hesitate to share it with all of you. I show respect by blocking up their face and all of that, because again, this is a personal thing. But if this lesson can help hundreds or thousands of you to prevent any future occurrence, why not? Previously, when I was sharing some real life story, I saw someone else in the comment or someone else DM me and say silly things like, you don't respect their privacy, why are you sharing online? Come on. If I were to share it, that also means I know this person is allowing me to do that. I would never ever disrespect someone else by leaking privacy. And also, all these lesson can really help hundreds of thousands of tens of thousands of people to prevent themselves going through the same thing. And just like me, I was in debt last time. I was failing last time. Why would I not be hesitate to share it with all of you? They were private. They were my personal thing as well. Because I know by sharing all these with you all, it can help so many of you to not experience the same pain ever again. And this lesson is very important to all of you. In Chinese, there's a saying that 靠运气赚的钱，凭实力亏回去. To translate that into English, I hope I'm correct, it simply means if you are making money through luck, you can always give all of them back. Because why? You don't deserve it. Because you don't have the ability, you don't have the capability of preserving the money. And I hope through this short video, it reminds all of you to please stay grounded. As a trader, as a human being in general, let me tell you, making money, hitting the top, getting your highs, they're not difficult. What's more important is continue executing at the highest level. Is to be the top 1% consistent players in the game. Why am I still in the trading business for so many years? Because I'm being consistent. As much as I run a community, some people even say, you're running trade club, the 1%ers trade club for money. But at least I make sure I'm the best traders myself. I make sure I'm the best leader and a teacher myself. So why not? There are really people who are willing to pay tens of thousands for me just to coach them one-on-one. There are people who are screaming to give me 50K, 100K, 200K to invest in me, but I rejected them I still chose to stick with the 1% Trade Club. I still chose to run the 1% Trade Club by myself. We only have a few seniors trader and a top traders inside, but most of the things are done by myself. Why? Because I know there are a lot of people, there are a lot of traders who need me. And that's why we have so many top traders. We have traders who went from struggling to making so much money. Not so much, but 6 figures. We have traders who were struggling for years, and after joining turn 5k to 70k, 10k to 80k. We have so many stories. Why? It's exactly because trading is second. Ethic, your work ethic, your discipline, your knowledge, they all are number one. Remember, if you don't stay grounded, I don't care how much money you make, or someday if you're at my level or beyond me, you can make 6 figures, 7 figures a month. If you don't stay grounded, God can take them all away. Everything can be taken away overnight. Believe it or not, they all can be taken away. And that's exactly why we have to stay grounded, stay humble, keep doing the right thing. The goal is to run the marathon, not the sprint. We're not trading to get overnight rich. We're trading to ensure that our wealth is compounding and is sustainable. Right? If right now I'm this trader, which I told him as well, my action plan will be, I need to immediately force myself to forget the fact that I've once made $700,000. It sounds easy, it's difficult, I know. But I told him, you need to forget the fact that you have once made 700k, because that $700,000 profit is hitting his ego so high. His ego is through the roof. Why? Because imagine if you're someone who used to make $700,000 profit on your live account, and right now you're going back to square one or even negative. It's difficult. It's a difficult pill to swallow. But that's the reality. The reality is you made a mistake. You need to fix it. There's more point looking back. I used to be in 400-500k debt as well, and guess what? I had to look forward. I have to move on. If my mind kept thinking about my highs, there were times where I had 6 figures under my name, but because of poor business decision, I lost all of them. I go into debt. If I every day just sit there feeling depressed, thinking about, oh, where's my money? How can I make it back? You won't make it back. The right action plan is, how can I make sure it doesn't happen again? That's the most important lesson. We learn from our lesson. We don't stuck with the lesson. Alright? So for him, the first thing I told him is, you need to let go of the fact that you have made 700k. You're starting from square one. Trade like a beginner trader. Be very careful, be very precise, be very cautious on every single of your trade, every single of your decision. Build a mechanical approach, so someday when you ever make 700k again, you won't lose all of them back. Because the worst thing you can ever do is to repeat the same cycle. Make 700k, lost all of them, fine, great lesson. Second time, if you make 700k, you still lost all of them, that's a choice. So yeah, lots of things to do, lots of things for me to guide this trader, and really I hope that after 3-6 months I can make a video on this trader hitting his highs again, or at least get out of this bad experience. And I hope he'll truly become a good trader, a well-deserved trader. Alright, so that's it for the video. If you like it, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you later. Bye bye.